front styling of a chubby Pokemon character aside, this third generation of Smart's diminutive, two-seater convertible is clearly the best yet. And that's simply because it's the first Fortwo cabriolet in 18 years to offer a driving experience that won't leave you inadvertently boasting the neck muscles of a rugby prop forward within 6 weeks of buying the thing. All the Smart trademarks remain, including no real soft-top rivals save the larger and less pricey 4-seater Fiat 500c and Peugeot 108 top, except for that ghastly automated manual gearbox which threw your head around like a plastic Churchill Bulldog on the parcel shelf with every shift. Joint collaboration with Mercedes and Renault now, because of a new alliance with Renault which builds the Twingo and 4-seater Smart Fortwo sister ships. The Fortwo Cabriolet is armed with a choice of 999cc, 70 bhp and turbocharged 898cc, 89 bhp 3-cylinder French petrol engines that first arrive in the UK, mated to a German dynamic double-clutch automatic transmission smoother than a freshly buttered banister. Indeed, the Cabrio is something of a Franco-Germanic hybrid, responsible for the overall concept. Mercedes makes the trademark Tridion safety cell now some 50% stiffer than its predecessor, suspension, safety technology and dual-clutch gearbox, while, along with the engines, Renault supplies a 995 pounds cheaper, 5-speed manual transmission available for order imminently, and a good chunk of the hardware, including much of the interior. Versatile roof. The snug, triple-layered soft-top works well, opening in 2 stages in just 12 seconds, at any speed up to and including terminal velocity, a whisker short of 100 miles per hour, and the roof side bars may also be removed. Mercifully, this isn't a Citroën C3 Plurial, so the process is relatively painless, and the bars store in a tail or made pocket affixed to the bottom-hinged tailgate. Though identical in all other dimensions to its predecessor, just 2.69 meters long with an hilarious 6.95 meter turning circle to outmaneuver even London black cab, this latest specimen is 10 centimeters wider, allowing 2 large and heavily disguised gentlemen to sit side by side without relentlessly clocking elbows in the manner of courting albatross peaks. Within an interior now spacious enough to make you largely forget just how small a car you're driving. Stylistic efforts to make this well-equipped cabin grow up may have succeeded, but we can't help feeling that though the driving position is first class, there's a slightly over-blatant whiff of Renault's Orst switchgear and componentry that devalues the cabin a touch. Trio of specifications. As with the standard Fortwo, there are 3 trim levels to choose from: entry-level Passion, higher specification Prime, and Sporting Proxy. Passion grade standard equipment includes automatic climate control, an audio system with Bluetooth connectivity, a choice of either orange-black or gray-black interiors and 15-inch alloy wheels. Prime models bolster this with black leather upholstery, seat heating, fancier 15-inch alloys and additional clock and rev counter dashboard instrumentation in the form of a pod aping the sadly now defunct, funky dash-top crab eyes of yore. Proxy versions are equipped with larger 16-inch alloys, a blue and white interior with false leather and cloth upholstery and, as standard, the Sports package, which includes rubber-studded sports pedals, a leather-cloud steering wheel with paddle shifters, a chrome exhaust and sports suspension lowered by 10 mm. Save some money on Satan if we weren't convinced by the 7-inch screen media system, part of the £795 premium pack fitted to the Fortwo we drove. It is a mite clunky to operate, and the sat-nav's not the fastest by a considerable chalk. You might do better with the standard smartphone cradle and Google Maps. Though turbocharging does allow the Smart to hold its own with some alacrity in the urban environment, the extra power doesn't accompany any extra mechanical grip out in the bundoo. Best, then, to hang out at the £13,265 end of a range priced up to a heady £15,550, and simply enjoy the newfound delights of roofless dual-clutch wafting in the somewhat pricey cheapest cabrio you can buy in the UK. Read on for the full Smart Fortwo Cabriolet review. The Smart Fortwo Cabriolet's engine lineup is relatively simple to decode. You've got a choice of 2 3-cylinder petrol engines providing the performance. Both can be mated to dynamic double-clutch auto transmission or 5-speed manual gearbox, all with automatic stop-start. First up is the 999cc, 70 bhp version that boasts 91 Nm of torque available at 2,850 revolutions per minute. This one will cover 062 miles per hour in 14.9 seconds with the manual gearbox or 15.5 with the automatic, and go on to a top speed of 94 miles per hour. The other engine is smaller at 898cc but turbocharged to make 89 bhp and 135 Nm of torque at 2,500 revolutions per minute. It'll go from 062 miles per hour in 10.8 seconds with the manual gearbox or 11.7 seconds with the automatic and reach 96 miles per hour flat out. We found the automatic transmission much better, the Fortwo Cabriolet feeling pretty spritly in the urban environment where most smarts live. However, it can still be slow in responding to demands from the throttle for a downshift on the open road. Manual override cures this to an extent, but the lever is irritating to use because it's the wrong way round. Only proxy grade secures paddle shifters. The Smart Fortwo Cabriolet is hilariously wieldy round town thanks to its diminutive turning circle allied to light steering, though ultimately it's still a little too long for nosy and parking. Over the previous model, its extra 10 centimeters width helps deliver a surprisingly big car feel to open-road driving, and also allows for the engineering of extra suspension travel for a modest improvement in ride quality. There's no getting over the occasionally judgy ride quality on poorer road surfaces, though, and you tackle sleeping policemen at anything more than a crawl at your peril. Go too fast and the electronic stability systems will cut in long before you come acroper. Possibly a more mature cabin than its predecessor, the Smart Fortwo Cabriolet is not as much visual fun despite still being as busy as a bath full of otters. Any premium aspirations are somewhat let down by blatant distribution of Renault switchgear, cheapening the cabin noticeably. The optional 7-inch touchscreen media system is not great to use, with lethargic state of likely to be bested by Google Maps on the average smartphone in standard fit cradle. Considering Bluetooth, aux and USB connectivity is standard, we'd suggest you save your money. We found the top-position roof with glass rear screen uncomfortable on the ears in large sunroof mode out of town. It works better with a second button press to wrap the roof down over the pillar and bunch it up behind. The removable roof side rails feel slightly pointless, too, and despite triple layering of hood fabrics, progress is quite noisy at high speed, with proceedings dominated by road noise. The seats are very comfortable, though, and the Smart Fortwo Cabriolet has a good driving position, but reach and rake adjustment is an essential optional extra on even top specification models. Its low-speed ride is unlikely to impress on bombed-out British roads, but settles quite well at motorway speeds. There are 3 models to choose from for the Smart Fortwo Cabriolet: Passion, Prime and Proxy. Standard Smart Fortwo Cabriolet equipment. All versions of the Smart Fortwo Cabriolet come with climate control, Bluetooth connectivity, multifunction leather steering wheel and 3.5-inch color dash display. Passion models will wear 15-inch 8-spoke alloy wheels. Prime models come with 15-inch 5-spoke black alloy wheels, heated black leather seats and additional dashboard pods displaying a clock and rev counter. Top-of-the-range Proxy models come with blue and white part leather seats, the sports package comprising of 16-inch 8-spoke alloy wheels, 10 lowered suspension, and sports pedals. Optional Smart Fortwo Cabriolet accessories. The optional premium package is available on all models, bringing rear parking sensors and satellite navigation. A comfort package brings the fitment of a height adjustable steering wheel and electrically adjustable door mirrors. The Premium Plus package combines both of these, but adds ambient lighting, LED headlights, rain and light sensors and a rear-view camera. This is only available on the higher-spec Prime and Proxy models. There are a number of alloy wheel designs in various sizes along with a huge amount of personalization for colors of the front grille, body panels, safety cell and fabric roof. Heated seats are available if not already installed on your trim, And you can also tick boxes for a wind deflector, DAB radio, an uprated JBL sound system, forward collision warning, lane keeping assist horns when drifting out of a lane without indicating, and an alarm. The cabriolet hasn't been tested by Euro NCAP, but the Smart Fortwo Coupe managed 4 stars in crash tests, which is somewhat disappointing. With that said, there are a number of standard and optional safety features on board, and it's been subjected to additional crash tests, one of which included a roof drop test, which required the vehicle to fall at a slight angle from 50 centimeters onto the roof structure. Standard safety kit hill start assist prevents the car from rolling backwards and is standard, along with anti-lock brakes, a tire pressure monitoring system and 5 airbags. Stability control is also fitted and doubles as a crosswind assist function, activating above 50 miles per hour in preparation for sudden heavy crosswinds. By applying individual brakes, this prevents the Smart from being deflected off course at higher speeds. Optional safety systems, lane keeping assistance and forward collision warning can be fitted. The former activates above 40 miles per hour and emits both a visual and audible warning if the driver begins to make an unintentional lane change, while the latter provides visual and audible warnings when a vehicle ahead is quickly approaching. This system activates above 4 miles per hour. The Smart Fortwo is more practical than it looks. Its triplet or roof can be opened in 12 seconds at any speed the engines and gearboxes are capable of, and can also be controlled remotely using the car's key fob. Once the top is down, you can remove the sidebars for the full convertible experience, or keep them in place for a bit of a halfway house. Boot space depends on whether the roof is down, measuring 260 liters, or up, unlocking the maximum of 340 liters of room. Inside, the cabin is surprisingly wide, but clearly there's only space for 2 occupants. Still, there are cup holders for both and storage bins in the door pockets, along with a small glove box and a number of other cubbies to keep smaller items. The passenger seat folds flat too, which allows you to load long items through the boot up to the dash, meaning carrying that set of golf clubs isn't as unrealistic as it may seem.